What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody. This is Tameka, and welcome to Tameka Speaks. Excuse me. Tonight, I wanted to come on and speak to you guys a little bit about what you see on the screen. This is particular videos from TikTok. It's been going viral the last 2 days or so. And I just wanted to speak on it. Y'all know I'm a comment girl. I'm in the comments. I want to know what the masses are thinking, what people are talking about, what the opinion is, because here is where you find the unpopular opinion. Now, I'm not saying that my opinion on this is unpopular at all. I'm not sure, but I definitely want to be able to give it on this topic. So if you're interested, then stay tuned. So like I said, you guys already see him on the screen. If you are not aware, don't worry. I'm going to let you know what's going on, and we're going to watch his whole TikTok spiel together and kind of decipher what we think is going on or whatever. Again, this is just somebody else's life. This is their business they're putting out here on the internet. We're going to give our opinion on it. So I already shared my screen with you guys. So let me go to that. And we're going to go ahead and get it going. Okay, so as you guys can see in the beginning of this is from a page called Lit NG18. I actually did go to his TikTok, which you can also see on the screen. So shout out to this. I don't know if this is a blog page or not. This is just how it came up on my timeline on Instagram. It just was easier for me to be able to put this here to be able to view. So again, you can go to his TikTok, it's listed there. And it's not much on it. I was hoping that he was going to have like some backstory or more on the story or his side of the story, but I really didn't find anything like that on there. Excuse me. I think that I'm not 100% that what's listed at the top or what is the story that's at the top. I don't know if that's 100% true or not. Let me pause this real quick because I think you guys are going to be able to hear out of my window. All right, so we're back. And again, I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying, like I said, I don't know if the caption at the top is true or false. I'm not sure. I cannot verify this at all. Like I said, I did go to his TikTok page, and I wasn't able to verify any of that information here that is here. Also, okay, so let's get started. Anyway, it does say, caption at the top, we'll read it anyways. It says, this man left his pregnant fiance shortly after she gave birth. He then popped back up 8 months later and filed for full custody after she filed for child support. She decided she didn't want to fight, gave him custody. He's now mad she doesn't want visitation. So first reading that caption, it's like, okay, obviously a woman wrote it. It does sound very spitefully written. Again, I don't know if that information is true or false. He does speak about on his TikTok leaving her 7 months. Something about 7. I don't know if it's 7 months after he left her 7 months prior to the child. Hold on, I'm going to verify that for y'all. I don't want to just be talking anything. Let's verify what's going on. I have his TikTok pulled up on my phone. His TikTok pulled up on my phone. Oh, it says our first lunch, excuse me. It says our first lunch that he's out with the baby. She didn't allow me to see him when I decided to leave her 7 months prior. So did he leave this woman while she was pregnant? Or he leave her, he's talking about 7 months prior to this child. This child's not even 7 months old in this video. But so anyway, I'm not sure. Again, I can't verify or confirm any of that information she has in the caption. But anyways, let's get started. Let's watch the first slide.
So I'm dropping my son off for his mom's week. She is not answering the phone. FaceTime, phone call, text message, doorbell, at all. It's her week. So I'm dropping my son off for his mom's week. She is not answering the phone. And I'm remembering that when I talked to an officer on the non-emergency line, the officer told me, I can't make her take him on her week. She can make me take him on my weeks, which I don't mind having my son. He's back there. So. And if I have him, she can come get him from me. How backwards is that? I have sole legal custody. I call all the shots. She said in court this past Monday, she didn't want nothing to do with him yet
I don't
again
know
for the
why he
third time in
has
court.
this
Fourth time, to my knowledge.
on like this.
One of them was through text message.
Okay, so I really do have to put emphasis on this part because this is where he, and I don't want to do too much, but this is where he got shit fucked up. If this woman has already said 3 times she doesn't want to be involved with you or this child, why are you in turn trying to drop this child off to her for a week? What sense does that make? What sense does it make for you to take a child that is unwanted? She does not want to deal with that child. She doesn't want to deal with you. She said this 3 times unapologetically in court, in text messages, in person. She said these things, and you are trying to drop your son off to this person who is his mother, maybe a biological mother. Just because somebody's baby doesn't make them a mother, you know. She doesn't want anything to do with this child. You are, in my opinion, implementing unnecessary harm. You don't know how she's treating that child when you're not there, or you don't know what type of animosity she has towards this. Yes, adults do have animosity towards children, and a lot of times it has to do with the circumstances in which the child was brought into the world. Why are you dropping your child off to someone who has told you 3 times they do not want this child? They did not fight you for custody. Why are you putting your child in harm's way? Let's keep going.
The other 3 were in court. She stood up in court the first time when I was given sole legal custody on July 8th, 2022. She stood up in court, and I'm remembering that when I told the judge, she don't want nothing to do with me or Maverick. So I'm at this point where I know if I decide not to ever let her see him again, according to the court document.
Sir, you aren't deciding anything. She told you she does not want anything to do with the child. You're not deciding. She decided. And now you're trying to what? I really do think this is a clout chase. I don't think people in their right mind would do this. If this person has already said they are not interested, they do not want this child in their presence. She's not interested in being involved. It's not clicking. Like, what's not clicking? Something other than that damn signal. Come on now. What's not clicking?
Documents. I would be wrong, and we understand if the shoe's on the other foot, they'll be up my ass like a bicycle with no seat. Excuse my language, Mal. So, also in court, they pushed it out because she didn't want to take the parenting class. She said it was a money issue. Okay, yeah, I'm in arrears because she griped about child support. Hoping she was gonna get $1,500, she only getting $137. Whoop de freaking do. I talked to CP child support, and they said, just go ahead and knock out 3 more payments. You being current, you okay, you good. Fine, cool, it's fine and dandy. Her, on the other hand, he told the judge she don't want nothing to do with me or Maverick. Yeah, I was snooping. I did. She's somewhere on the island, perhaps. Maybe she pulling, one of them stunts where she went there a month ago and now she's posting it. And legit, she's probably in the house just chilling, not answering her phone, not fulfilling her parental obligation per court order. And so, if you really don't want our son, yo, just do not come back, bro. Like, just do not. He didn't even want to get out the car. When he seen where he was at, he did not want to get out the car. He did not want to go to the door. I will not make my son do something he do not want to do. If he didn't want to be around his mother like that, that's cool. I document everything when he's of age and he's able to understand. Son, here it is. Plain and simple. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let the evidence show you. So I'm very upset. I want to co-parent in a healthy manner. Yeah, I was snooping. I did. Going through the courts, it's taking a little bit too long. And I also realized that if I reacted the way she did, we already know what the results will be. So I'm gonna continue to take the high road. At times I'm like, ooh, I want to do this. Yet no, I'm still gonna take the high road and do what's right for my son and by my son. Because that guy next to be here at all. Look at him back there, just chilling. So he didn't ask to be here. Ain't that right, Mal? He shook his head a little bit. So I'm I will just keep on doing what's best for my son. That's it. Protect him, guide him, lead him in the right direction, love on him like my dad and several people in my life have shown me. Other relatives, people in the community I looked up to. Going through the courts, it's taking. Though that's how I will raise my son. Not none of this ducking and dodging and don't want to be responsible for, you know, your responsibilities. So um, that's what I feel like expressing myself right now in the most uh, decent way possible I can think of right now, because I can, you know, I really could be just really pissed off. I'm gonna just leave it at that. However, I just had to make this video because I don't know if it's gonna go viral or not. I it should go viral to raise awareness, because there are some people out here from the woman's side of the game who don't give a crap about their kids. We've all made mistakes. However, hey, the kid is here. Let's do what's right for that kid 100% of the time, not 15, 20, 17.5% of the time. No, 100% of the time. Though.
Okay, and then it just goes into comments. So we can read a few of the comments because, again, I'm a comment girl. I don't mind reading the comments. I actually prefer to read comments, especially if something was, a little bit controversial. So the first comment is giving a full custody. It's giving I got full custody, so I didn't have to pay child support. Now I'm a single parent raising my child on my own. The backfired. That backfired, excuse me. The next one, if I decide to not let her see him again. Exactly. She already decided that for you the minute she gave you full custody. Exactly. This is motherhood, brother. Welcome. Right. Single moms have their kids 99.9% of the time also. Welcome to the club. So that's the gist of a lot of the comments. Although the post does say that the particular post does say that the on his TikTok people were encouraging him. They were, just letting him know to keep going, to push forward. I didn't see that. I'm not, like I said, I didn't see that. I am not, I went to his page to look at it, but the comments were turned off. So I don't know when he first posted it. I'm sure he had comments. At this point, he doesn't. So that last slide was interesting to me when he speaks about having or hoping that the video will go viral. I feel like that has a lot to do with why he did the video. I don't know why he would do the video in front of children. I'm definitely a big advocate on not having conversations about parents in front of children. And because that is going to affect him at the end of the day, that's his mother. He may be little now, but eventually, especially if you're making something that's going to live on forever. And kids are definitely in their technology. Like the kid is literally sitting in the back on the tablet. It's only going to be a few years before he's on TikTok. Okay. Why would you, if he's not already, I've seen little ones on TikTok. Why would you be talking, having that type of in-depth conversation and he's sitting right in the back? You're going to show him that video? I'm sure you will, because he sounds as though he has no shame. But it just, number one, that was inappropriate. In my opinion, it was inappropriate. Okay. Number two, all I see is a person going through what thousands of millions of women go through regularly. Now, we all know, if you've ever read my description or if you've seen the first video, from the first video, you know that I want to build this channel around this podcast around people who or not people at all, but around Black women. This is a safe space for Black women. I want us to be able to express, but most important part for me is to be able to hold these women, our women, Black women, the women that look like me, that I identify with, accountable. Because I think that's much needed in our community. We aren't being held accountable, so anything goes. And I think that becomes very dangerous as you go along. So for me, um, I think accountability is everything. So I do want to hold him accountable for the things that I feel like he is kind of putting out that's not healthy for him or his child. For the child for the most part, because he's a grown adult, he made his choices, but that child didn't, like he says in the video, the child didn't ask to be here. So, we should be able to respect that for our children, because they don't have the choice. So like I was saying, I feel like number two, I feel like he's just experiencing what a lot of women experience when a father checks out. He's not the first father to go through this. I do think he needs to do a little bit more focusing on the fact that he did choose his child's mother and kind of take some accountability for that. I do feel as though also that if you ask for full custody and you got it, then you need to take full custody. And if someone tells you they do not want anything to do with your child, please believe them. Please believe them. It's for the child's safety. It's not has anything to do with your feelings. I don't care if you think that they need that other person. They do not. They don't need anyone who doesn't feel like they want to be around them. They do not need someone who does not want anything to do with them. People, you have to remember, people are still people. You don't know what she may be going through mentally. You don't know what may be causing her not to detach from the child. But it's clear that she's detaching from this child. Maybe obviously you guys were not people who should have had a child, because you were gone from the relationship. I'm not allegedly prior to her giving birth or shortly after her giving birth, because from what I could see on the TikTok, he said that she kept him away, or he left her 7 months prior to the child. He didn't say when, but I'm guessing prior to him being born. And the child in the particular video I'm speaking about, y'all go to his TikTok. The child is very small, so I'm gonna say maybe 6 months. So it looks as though he may have left her while she was pregnant. Now, why? I'm not sure. That's not something that is, that he's talked about on his. At least I didn't see the video where he talked about it at all. So I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, he was looking for a viral moment. I do agree when he says that there's awareness. He wanted to raise awareness. There does need to be awareness around children and their, both parents. I know we do a lot of dad bashing on the internet. There are definitely moms out here who are causing the same sort of ruckus, who are not caring for their children, and they running off. Okay. Now, I just want to go over real quick now from what he says, let me pull it back up. From what it says on that particular post, she wanted child support, and it sounds as though he did not want to pay the child support. And he did say in the video that she was griping about the child support, and she ended up getting $137 a month when she thought she'd get $1,500. At the end of the day, I don't know why you wouldn't want to pay $137 for your kid, but for whatever reason, he took her for full custody. Now, I don't know why he took her for full custody. If it was to avoid the child support, that was really stupid, because I don't know if he's aware, but children cost more than $137 a month. So they cost more than $1,500 a month. So really, I don't know what he was avoiding. It sounded like he was trying to be spiteful in the beginning, and it has now turned into what it is, him being a single dad. And while I am encouraging him, because that definitely deserves encouragement, I think for any single parent, man or woman, mother or father, I definitely feel as though this person, is not the hero in this story. He's not the hero in this story. There were clearly bad decisions being made across the board, in my opinion. And it won't be the last bad decision. I think he's still going on this route of trying to, I guess, eliminate her as a parent. It sounds as though he wants her to probably terminate her parental rights, terminate her custody altogether, visiting and everything. And I'm not going to say he shouldn't, but he also shouldn't act as though he's the savior in this story, because it just doesn't sound like you are, sir. It sounds like you're trying to put on a cape, and you want to be Captain Single Dad, and you put yourself in this position. So stop. I don't think you should be complaining. I don't think you should be complaining. I say the same to women. If your child's father is not interested in being a father, you can't force anyone to do that. You cannot force anyone to do that. If they made that decision, you're doing the child more harm than good by trying to force something, in my opinion. Because do you not think that child's going to feel that rejection when that other parent does not want anything to do with them? You cannot force that. And it's really doing your child a disservice, and you're really causing them to have all kinds of issues once they become adults. And we got to stop making these stupid mistakes like that. Like, this is so avoidable. Stop prematurely traumatizing that child. Stop taking him over there. She doesn't want to. And I don't care if she's on a different island, wherever she wants to do. I do know she doesn't want anything to do with that child. So let her be. Raise your child. And any woman should do the same. It does not matter. If someone is going to reject the child, you need to protect that child. The child deserves that. At the end of the day, that's what the child deserves. Again, the child didn't ask to be here. Whatever crazy situation y'all had going on, I do believe the post calls her his ex-fiance. So I mean, I guess at one point they were in a close relationship, and it just ended. I don't know. It sounds, and that's why I wanted to dig and kind of find out what happened, because that sounds way too simple. Oh, he just left and something happened. Something is going on. We'll never know, but it just seems as though you're trying to come in as, Captain Single Dad, and it's just not giving that. It's not giving you're doing something because someone else went. It's not giving that. If she hadn't taken you because of child support, she would still have that child, and you would be paying whatever you were paying before she tried to take you for more. Like, it just is what it is. You didn't come in to just swoop in and save your kid, so stop with that. But that's just my opinion. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up. This is TAMEKA Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. Let's continue the conversation down in the comments. I'll be there to converse with you guys and also give my opinion. So, let's talk about it. Do you think this guy is just mad he's now a single mom, basically? Let me know. Anyways, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye.